Citizenship Act, 1955. The Citizenship Act, 1955 is the main law dealing with Indian citizenship. It was enacted by Parliament under Article 11 of the Constitution to provide detailed rules about who is an Indian citizen and how citizenship can be acquired or lost. Objectives of the Citizenship Act, 1955. To lay down clear rules regarding citizenship. To regulate acquisition, termination, and deprivation of citizenship. To ensure uniform citizenship law throughout India. Ways of acquiring Indian citizenship. The Act provides 5 main methods. By birth. Meaning, a person born in India can be an Indian citizen by birth, but this right depends on the date of birth and the citizenship status of parents. A person becomes a citizen of India by birth under the Citizenship Act, 1955, but this right depends on the date of birth and the citizenship status of parents. Any person born in India between the 26th of January, 1950 and the 1st of July, 1987 is an Indian citizen by birth, irrespective of the nationality of parents. For those born between the 1st of July, 1987 and the 3rd of December, 2004, citizenship by birth is granted if either parent was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. For persons born on or after the 3rd of December, 2004, citizenship by birth is available only if both parents are Indian citizens, or one parent is an Indian citizen and the other is not an illegal migrant. However, children of foreign diplomats or enemy aliens are not considered Indian citizens by birth, even if born in India. These rules show that Indian law has become stricter over time to prevent misuse of citizenship, while still protecting genuine cases. Thus, citizenship by birth in India is conditional, regulated, and based on national interest. Rules of citizenship by birth. The law has changed over time. It can be explained in 3 stages. Persons born between the 26th of January, 1950 to the 1st of July, 1987, anyone born in India during this period is an Indian citizen by birth. Citizenship of parents is not relevant. Persons born between the 1st of July, 1987 to the 3rd of December, 2004, person is a citizen if either parent is an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Persons born on or after the 3rd of December, 2004, person is a citizen only if both parents are Indian citizens, or one parent is an Indian citizen and the other is not an illegal migrant. Exception. A child of foreign diplomats or enemy aliens is not an Indian citizen by birth, even if born in India. Purpose of citizenship by birth. To clearly define who belongs to the Indian nation. To prevent misuse of citizenship. To balance human rights and national security. Importance. Ensures legal certainty. Prevents automatic citizenship to illegal migrants. Reflects India's policy of controlled citizenship. Conclusion. Citizenship by birth in India is not absolute. It depends on the time of birth and parent status. The law has become stricter over time to protect national interest. By descent. A person can become a citizen of India by descent if he or she is born outside India and has an Indian parent, as provided under the Citizenship Act, 1955. For persons born outside India between the 26th of January, 1950 and the 10th of December, 1992, citizenship by descent was available only if the father was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. For those born between the 10th of December, 1992 and the 3rd of December, 2004, a person becomes an Indian citizen by descent if either parent was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. In the case of persons born on or after the 3rd of December, 2004, citizenship by descent is granted only if the birth is registered at an Indian consulate within the prescribed time and at least one parent is an Indian citizen who has not acquired foreign citizenship. These provisions show that citizenship by descent is not automatic and requires compliance with legal conditions. The law ensures a genuine connection with India while preventing misuse of citizenship by persons having no real link with the country. A person born outside India can become an Indian citizen by descent if one or both parents are Indian citizens, subject to conditions laid down in the Citizenship Act, 1955. Rules of citizenship by descent. The law depends on the date of birth. Persons born outside India between the 26th of January, 1950 to the 10th of December, 1992. Person is an Indian citizen by descent only if the father was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Persons born outside India between the 10th of December, 1992 to the 3rd of December, 2004. Person is a citizen if either parent was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Persons born outside India on or after the 3rd of December, 2004. Person is a citizen only if birth is registered at an Indian consulate within the prescribed time, and at least one parent is an Indian citizen, and the parent has not acquired foreign citizenship. Important conditions. Registration of birth is mandatory for recent cases. Citizenship is not automatic in all cases. Parent must be an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Purpose of citizenship by descent. To maintain a genuine link between the child and India. To prevent automatic citizenship abroad without connection to India. Importance. Protects rights of children of Indian citizens abroad. Ensures controlled and lawful citizenship. Conclusion. Citizenship by descent allows children born outside India to acquire Indian citizenship. Rules of citizenship by descent. The law depends on the date of birth. Persons born outside India between the 26th of January, 1950 to the 10th of December, 1992. Person is an Indian citizen by descent only if the father was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Persons born outside India between the 10th of December, 1992 to the 3rd of December, 2004. Person is a citizen if either parent was an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Persons born outside India on or after the 3rd of December, 2004. Person is a citizen only if birth is registered at an Indian consulate within the prescribed time, and at least one parent is an Indian citizen, and the parent has not acquired foreign citizenship. Important conditions. Registration of birth is mandatory for recent cases. Citizenship is not automatic in all cases. Parent must be an Indian citizen at the time of birth. Purpose of citizenship by descent. To maintain a genuine link between the child and India. To prevent automatic citizenship abroad without connection to India. Importance. Protects rights of children of Indian citizens abroad. Ensures controlled and lawful citizenship. Conclusion. Citizenship by descent allows children born outside India to acquire Indian citizenship. By registration. Citizenship by registration is a method under the Citizenship Act, 1955 by which certain eligible persons can become Indian citizens by applying to the central government. This facility is available to persons of Indian origin, spouses of Indian citizens, minor children of Indian citizens, overseas citizens of India, OCI, and former Indian citizens who wish to resume Indian citizenship. The applicant must generally be ordinarily resident in India for a prescribed period, be of good character, and take an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of India. Citizenship by registration is not a matter of right, but is granted after proper verification by the government. This method helps maintain family unity and close national ties, while also ensuring that citizenship is given only to deserving persons in accordance with law. Meaning. Citizenship by registration means that a person who is not an Indian citizen by birth or descent can become a citizen by submitting an application and satisfying the conditions prescribed by law. Persons eligible for citizenship by registration. The following categories of persons can apply. Person of Indian origin, PIO, a person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years. Spouse of an Indian citizen, a foreigner married to an Indian citizen and living in India for 7 years before applying. Minor children of Indian citizens, minor children whose parents are Indian citizens. Person registered as OCI, an overseas citizen of India, OCI, who has been resident in India for 5 years and meets legal conditions. Former Indian citizen, a person who was once an Indian citizen and wishes to resume Indian citizenship. Important conditions. Application must be made to the central government. Applicant must be of good character. Must take an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of India. Purpose of citizenship by registration. To provide a simpler route to citizenship for closely connected persons. To maintain family unity and national ties. Importance. Helps foreign spouses and children of Indian citizens. Strengthens bonds with persons of Indian origin. Ensures controlled and lawful grant of citizenship. By naturalization. Citizenship by naturalization is a method by which a foreigner can become a citizen of India after fulfilling certain conditions laid down in the Citizenship Act, 1955. To acquire citizenship by naturalization, the person must not be an illegal migrant, must have resided in India for a long period, generally 12 years, including 1 year immediately before applying, and must be of good character. The applicant should also have knowledge of at least one Indian language mentioned in the 8th schedule of the Constitution and must show an intention to permanently reside in India. Citizenship is granted only after the person takes an oath of allegiance to the Constitution, and the final decision rests with the central government, as naturalization is a discretionary power, not a legal right. This method ensures that Indian citizenship is given only to those foreigners who show loyalty, commitment, and genuine attachment to India. Meaning. Citizenship by naturalization means granting Indian citizenship to a foreign national who satisfies the required conditions like residence, good character, and loyalty to India. Conditions for citizenship by naturalization. A person can apply for Indian citizenship by naturalization if he/she fulfills the following conditions. Not an illegal migrant. The applicant must have entered India legally. Residence requirement. Must have lived in India for 12 years, 11 years in total plus 1 year immediately before applying. Good character. The applicant should have good moral conduct. Knowledge of an Indian language. Must have adequate knowledge of any language specified in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Intention to reside in India. Must intend to permanently reside in India. Oath of allegiance. Must take an oath to respect the Constitution and laws of India. Certificate of naturalization. Citizenship is granted only after the central government issues a certificate of naturalization. Grant of citizenship is discretionary, not a matter of right. Purpose of citizenship by naturalization. To allow deserving foreigners to become Indian citizens. To ensure controlled and secure grant of citizenship. Importance. Helps skilled and long-term residents integrate into Indian society. Protects national interest and security. Ensures loyalty and commitment to the Indian state. Conclusion. Citizenship by naturalization is a carefully regulated method of acquiring Indian citizenship. It ensures that only those foreigners who show long-term commitment, good character, and loyalty to India are granted citizenship. By incorporation of territory. Citizenship by incorporation of territory is a special method of acquiring Indian citizenship under the Citizenship Act, 1955. When any new territory becomes a part of India through cession, agreement, or integration, the central government decides who among the people of that territory will become citizens of India and from which date. Citizenship under this method is not automatic and is granted through a government notification issued under law. This provision ensures that the people living in the newly added territory do not become stateless and are smoothly integrated into the Indian political and legal system. Thus, citizenship by incorporation of territory helps in maintaining national unity, sovereignty, and uniform citizenship in India. Meaning. When any new territory is added to India, the central government decides who among the people of that territory will become Indian citizens, and from which date. Legal provision. This method is provided under Section 7 of the Citizenship Act, 1955. Citizenship is granted by a government order, not automatically. How citizenship is granted. A foreign territory becomes part of India by cession, agreement, conquest, or integration. The central government issues a notification. The notification specifies who will become Indian citizens, the date from which citizenship will apply. Important features. Citizenship is granted collectively, not individually. Government has full discretion. Ensures smooth political and legal integration of new territories. Purpose. To integrate people of newly added territories into India. To ensure uniform citizenship. To maintain sovereignty and national unity. Importance. Helps in territorial expansion and integration. Prevents statelessness of people in new territories. Strengthens unity of the nation. Conclusion. Citizenship by incorporation of territory is a special method that applies when India acquires new land. It allows the government to grant citizenship in an orderly and lawful manner, ensuring national unity and legal certainty.